Hello everyone. Today I am going to discuss about the advantages of high transmission level voltage. What is the need to keep transmission level voltage high? This will be the discussion topic for today lecture. In this lecture, I will basically cover the effect of high transmission voltage on volume of the conductor, transmission efficiency and percentage line drop. And then finally, I will explain, I will state some limitations of high transmission voltage also. In previous study, already you have seen that your supply system has three major components. One component, which is shown here in red color, is generation. Second component of your supply system is transmission. And third component, which is shown in the green color, it is for distribution. Basically, your supply system consists or includes three systems: generation system, transmission system, and distribution system. This diagram represents how power is generated and how it is transmitted to the load center from generating station. Usually, power is generated at low voltage level. In India, this voltage level is 11 kV at most of the place. It may be a 33 kV, but not beyond this, because generation of power at high voltage is a very difficult task. And there are some technical issues also, some limitations also. For example, the safety problem of the men who are handling the power plant, insulation problem inside the generator, insulation problem of the generator, size of the generator, size of the plant. There are number of issues which are associated when you are generating power at high voltage. So, considering these issues, we usually prefer to generate voltage at low level, and the place where power is generated is termed as generating station or generation system, which is shown here in red color. After the generation, the next task is to step up the voltage before the transmission. The device which is used to step up the voltage is power transformer here. Power transformer, which is shown here. This one is the power transformer. This is used to step up the voltage from 11 kV, say, for example, 11 kV to 765 kilovolt. However, this is the maximum transmission level voltage of the India, 765 kilovolt. What will be the level of the voltage up to which it can be step up? It completely depends on the nature of the transmission system, or you can say the distance up to which power is to be transmitted. You can, according to the need, you can step up the voltage from 11 kV to 200 kilovolt, 400 kilovolt, 230 kilovolt. But what will be the step up voltage level after the step up? It will be decided by the nature of transmission system. Here the concept is to step up the voltage before the transmission, and today's discussion topic is about this. What is the need to step up the voltage before the transmission? This blue color represents the transmission system, means high voltage system is transmission system, and then before the distribution, this voltage is again stepped down because the power demand of industrial consumer, voltage demand of residential consumer, industrial consumer is not too high. Industry require only 33 kilovolt or 66 kilovolt. We are the domestic consumer and we require only 220 volt. We require only 220 volt in one phase. So there is need to step down this voltage once again according to the demand of the consumers. So this is a single line diagram of your supply system, and you can clearly see in this single diagram there are three major sections in red, blue, and green color. Red color is generation, blue color is transmission, and green color is distribution. Now, the today question is, what is the need to step up the voltage for the transmission of the power? I will cover these discussion in today lecture. This discussion in today lecture. This is the transmission line. We are usually transmit power through three-phase three-wire system. So here three-phase three-wire system has been shown. This is insulator, which usually avoid or prevent the leakage current from line to ground. And this is three-wire system. The voltage between any two wire will be a line voltage, and voltage between any line to ground will be a phase voltage. And this is the insulator which is connected, overhead line is connected to the insulator. This is also three-phase three-wire system. You can say this system are erected on tower. This is tower. The height of tower is also depend on the level of transmission voltage. This one is the insulator. This is overhead line. Three-phase three-wire system by which we have to transmit power from generating station to load center. The first advantage. What are the advantages? The today discussion topic is to discuss about the advantages of high voltage transmission system. The first advantage of high voltage transmission system is it will reduce the volume of conductor material required. Or ultimately, when the volume of conductor material will be reduced, then automatically or consequently, you can say consequently, the cost of the conductor material will be also reduced. So, using high transmission level voltage results in economical power system. So how the volume of the conductor is related with the transmission level voltage, I am going to derive this, and in this derivation we will assume the following parameter. I will take V as the line voltage. Line voltage means the voltage between two lines. The voltage between two lines. V will be the line voltage, and I will be the line current which is flowing through the overhead conductor. W will be the line loss, and L will be the length of the conductor up to which power is to be transmitted, and A will be the area of cross section. So I will use this notation in the derivation, and the unit of these electrical quantity are indicated here. The unit of voltage will be volt, unit of current will be ampere, the unit of loss will be, because we are dealing with the, I am going to deal with the power loss, so its unit will be watt, and the unit of meter, length will be meter, and area of cross section will be meter square. As you know from the previous study, there is a definite relation between power which is to be transmitted, voltage, and line current, and cos phi. And you have also studied this relation in your first year study. You can say this is the relation. This is the output power which is to be transmitted. This is the power which is to be transmitted. V is the line voltage. I is the current which is flowing through the line, and cos phi is the power factor of the load which is connected to the system. From this expression, you can derive the value of line current, which will be equal to P by root 3V cos phi. You must understand the meaning of cos phi. This is the power factor. And from this expression, this is the total power of the three-phase system. And from this expression, you can derive the value of line current. Then, after getting the value of line current, this is the line loss. What is the line loss? Our power loss. Power loss is I square R. Since we are using three-phase three-wire line, so for three line, the line loss will be 3 times of I square R. Just I substituted the value of I in this expression, and as you know, the resistance is equal to rho L by A, where L is the length of the conductor and A is the area of cross section of the conductor, and rho will be the resistivity of the material which is used in transmission line. So the expression will be this, and from this expression you can derive the area of cross section. You can say area of cross section is so area of cross section, you can extract area of cross section, and the area of cross section from this expression will be. Is it clear? Now, when you have find the area of cross section of the conductor, then this is the formula for the volume. Volume is A into area of cross section into length of the conductor, and 3 is multiplied here because we are using 3-phase 3-wire system. So you can substitute the value of area of cross section and L here. So you will get the volume is equal to this. Now from this expression, you can see the volume of the conductor material required. From this expression, you can see the volume of the conductor material required this is the volume of conductor material required is inversely proportional to square of transmission level voltage. But when your power which is to be transmitted is constant, length of the line is constant, and line loss, if you assume line loss is also constant. Under this condition, you can see your volume of the conductor is inversely proportional to square of the transmission level voltage. So if you will increase the transmission level voltage, then it is obvious from this expression the volume of conductor material will be reduced. So this is one of the major advantage of high transmission level voltage, that when you will enhance the level of transmission voltage, the conductor volume or the volume of the conductor material which is required in overhead transmission line will be reduced also. So this makes your power system economical. Is it clear? The second, increase of transmission efficiency. When you will enhance the level of transmission voltage, then the efficiency of transmission system will also increase. So how will you derive the relation between transmission efficiency and transmission level voltage? For this, as you know, the input power will always be equal to output power plus loss. Here output power is P and loss is W. This loss is already derived in previous slide. This loss is already derived in previous slide, which is equal to this. So you can substitute the value of W here. And from this expression, you can find the value of P by P input, or you can say output power by input power. Basically this term is transmission efficiency. This is transmission efficiency, isn't it? Now here is power 1. When you will shift this entire expression of the denominator in numerator, then this power will be -1. And if this term is very small or much smaller than 1, then according to binomial theorem, you can shift this power behind this expression. So this become -1. But you must remember, this is just an approximate expression to understand only the variation of transmission efficiency with transmission level voltage. This is not accurate expression, but obviously this term is very small, so you can do this. So finally, you will get the expression of efficiency is equal to this. Here you must remember, here A is replaced by current density and current, because current density J is I by A. So here A will be equal to I by A will be equal to I by J. Is it clear? So here the term A is replaced by I by J. So finally you will get the expression of efficiency like this. And now from this expression you can see here, if you will increase the value of transmission level voltage, then what will happen? This term will reduce, but 1 minus this term will increase. So finally transmission efficiency will increase. So this is the second advantage of using high transmission level voltage. As you will increase the transmission level voltage, the transmission efficiency will also be increased. And now the third one. This is very important. Decrease of percentage line drop. Decrease of percentage line drop. When you will increase the level of transmission voltage, the percentage drop in the line will also decreased. You can see here what is percentage line drop. Percentage line drop is the drop divided by transmission level voltage. And here you can replace R with rho L by A. And I by A once again become current density. So the expression will be this. And from this expression, you can see as you will increase the value of this voltage, the percentage drop, line drop will reduce. So these are the basic advantages of the using high transmission level voltage. First, when you will increase the level of transmission voltage, then what will happen? First, the conductor material volume, which is required in our headline conductor, that volume will reduce, and that this results in economical power system. Further, the transmission efficiency of the system will will increase. As you will increase the level of transmission voltage, your transmission efficiency will also be increased. So by changing the level of transmission voltage, you can change the value of transmission efficiency. And third one is, it will decrease the percentage drop which are occurring in the transmission system. So these three are the basic advantages of using high transmission level voltage. And for this reason, we usually step up the voltage before the transmission. In addition to this, there are a number of advantages of using high transmission level voltage, but these three are the basic and which you should know about. At least these three advantages. These are the basic advantages. But it doesn't mean you can increase the voltage up to any level. If you go beyond certain limit, then there is a limitation of high transmission voltage also. So we have to select some optimum value at which this particular power is to be transmitted. It is okay. If you will increase the transmission level voltage, it will increase the transmission efficiency, reduce the line loss, reduce the percentage line, decrease the percentage line drop, reduce the volume of conductor material required. It is okay, but it does not mean you can step up voltage up to any voltage level, because as you will increase the voltage level beyond a certain limit, then there are some limitations also, because as you will increase the transmission voltage, the cost of insulator will increase. So we have to select some optimum value of voltage. Beyond this optimum value of voltage for a particular power transmission. So you must know about the limitation of transmission voltage also. These are the limitations of high transmission level voltage. As you will increase the level of transmission voltage, the cost of our headline insulator will also increase. Increase the cost of our headline insulator. These are the insulator. There are various type of insulator used in supply system. This is the pin type insulator which are shown here. These all are the pin type insulator. This is a spool type insulator. This one is pin type insulator. This is single layer insulator. This one is single layer insulator. And this one is the 3-layer insulator. Isn't it? This is a multi-layer insulator. All are the pin type insulator. But this insulator is used. This insulator is used for low voltage, and this insulator is used for high voltage. This insulator is used for high voltage. So as you will increase the level of transmission voltage, the layer of pin type insulator will also increase, and this will result in increase in insulator cost. This is the insulator, pin type insulator, which is utilized in overhead transmission or distribution system. I will discuss about pin type insulator or suspension type insulator. There are a number of types of insulator. I will discuss later. I will discuss about this also. What are the need of insulator? What are the types of insulator? What are the difficulty in erecting the insulator with the overhead transmission line system? There are a number of things. What is puncture voltage? What is um, string efficiency? There are a number of things which I will cover in this power system lecture. The second drawback is increase the cost of transformer. As you will increase the level of transmission voltage, the cost of insulator, the cost of protecting device, all are increased. And ultimately this makes your power system uneconomical. Further, the ground clearance, the clearance of this conductor from the ground is also depending on the clearance of this conductor from the ground. The clearance of this conductor from the ground. This clearance will be dependent on level of transmission voltage also. As you will increase the level of transmission voltage, obviously you have to increase ground clearance, and ultimately the length of the height of the tower will increase, and ultimately increase the cost of the tower. Similarly, this is the cross arm. This is the cross arm. And this is usually the cross arm. The function of the cross arm is to maintain the distance between these two conductors. Distance between these two conductors. And this distance is also dependent on the level of transmission voltage. So as you will increase the level of transmission voltage, you have to increase the cross arm length also. Cross arm length also. So ultimately, the power system increase of the cost of the cross. So this will increase the cost of the cross arm. Isn't it? So these are the limitations. In addition to this, there are a number of other limitations also. So the conclusion is there is some advantage, but there is some limitations also of using high transmission level voltage. So we have to select some optimum value of the voltage through which we can transmit power. These are some more picture about the insulator. You can see here. There are number of insulators used here. This is suspension type insulator. This is called disc type insulator. This type of insulator has been used in this diagram. In previous diagram, this is the pin type insulator. There are a number of type of insulator which are utilizing, which are using in the power system. and this type's nature is completely dependent upon the level of voltage. So you cannot go beyond a certain specific value. So in next lecture, I will discuss about the various type of supply system which is to be used for transmission of the power, and